This is verse 45 of the 22nd chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus is now closing in on the conclusion with respect to the question that he had put to the religious leaders. How could David call his Lord the one that was, in fact, his son? And that's what Jesus asked them now in the following words. So this is A with the indicative, it means if. Therefore, postpositive, if therefore, Dawid, David, kale, third person singular, present active indicative of kaleo, to call. If David therefore calls auton, him, that is his seed, the one who is his descendant, Kyrion, calls him Lord, then of course pos, and declinable adverb, how, huios, in the nominative, son, autou, genitive singular masculine, of the third person pronoun, how, son of him, estin, is he. That's the dilemma. The normal reckoning would be that the descendant of a man would be his inferior, and yet manifestly David calls him his Lord. Of course, we see lurking behind this entire conversation what the church eventually worked out at Chalcedon and elsewhere, the dual nature of Christ, that in some ways you would have to say, touching his human nature, Jesus was the descendant of David and his inferior, and yet at the same time, he is also the superior because he's the one who is God in nature as well. And so we have the idea of the root and offspring of David, as the book of Revelation reminds us. And that, of course, was probably lost on the original hearers, but certainly the ultimate theology worked out in the church is consistent with the biblical perspective as reflected here and elsewhere.